Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's March 6th, step 16 day. Today is a Pisces day, and look at my hair. I got a haircut, and it's really short, and it's not really styled yet. I definitely feel so refreshed. I feel like I just left behind all the stuff that doesn't serve me anymore, so I'm very excited to start a new life. Spring is here. Yeah, energy is really high. My sleep pattern is weird, and I don't know if that's still the jet lag or a lot of things are happening, and so I am just being kind to myself. Oh, thank you so much, Ina. Yeah, it's just like at the end of it, when the energy is high, and when we going through a lot of things, could be insomnia, it could be depression, it could be anxiety. A lot of stuff is definitely happening. But yeah, at the end of it, let's be kind to ourselves. That's all. That's all. That's all for today. So let's before I start, let's do set some intentions. This is purity from oil, essential oil wizardry, and it's organic oil, super powerful. I'm just gonna put a couple of drops and to cleanse myself quickly. But I definitely feel the energy in my own room is different because I changed myself and because I drop some of the weight of my hair. So definitely, I feel that the loss of the weight, and which is good because when I let go, the new things can come in. And definitely, I naturally wanted to take some actions to they clear some of the space. So definitely it's affecting me. So the cutting my hair affected me positively, so I can definitely feel that. So very happy. Yes. And the weather is getting nicer in Vancouver, so definitely that also lifts me up. And at the end of it, it's all moving forward with courage and just accepting where we are and be compassionate. So let's feel our energy. Hmm. Okay, so let's get started. So today is step 16 day. It's Pisces. Yeah, the oil I used is it's called Purity. It's an essential oil. It's an organic, and it's from essential oil wizardry. All of their oils are organic, and it's just like they were literally hippie witch. They love these things, and we all have expertise in our own way, and they were just so passionate about oils. And if you ever get to meet Dr. Nick, they were he's such a hippie. It's a cool person, and they were the partners of Human Garage. So if you guys are interested, I suggest you guys go through humangarage.net and put a discount code Human Garage, so you can actually get like a discount. Yeah, I love their oil. It's super powerful. Like whatever it takes, right? Whether that's the oil or whether that's meditation, breath work, fascia maneuvers. It's all about using those skills, using those tools to get back into the alignment and inner peace. So that's all I say. Every life is the same thing, but I am reminding myself, and I feel like in this generation, I heard that we were the generation where we didn't have a lot of choices, and so we've been suppressed. We didn't know how to speak up, and so that's something that we are generationally working with. So if you can relate to that, you're on the right track. So step 16, Pisces day. And step 16 is a step number for me for my midheaven. Midheaven is when you look at astral chart, it said MC and means basically who you become. It's your life purpose. So today's energy is what I become, what I'm supposed to do, what my soul decided. And a powerful thing is one, I love, I and I 6, I balance, I receive. when my heart open up to receive, then I sense. So for me, because I am aiming to become the energy of today, step 16, and basically my heart is ready to open that up, then my heart is ready to open. In that stage, I can perceive and intuitive anything that comes, the spirit. So that's my goal, to be basically like to be able to receive inspiration. And today is a Grandmaster day, whether your step number is 16 somewhere in your chart or not. We are super intuitive today. So pay attention to how you feel. My goal story, so it's goal story is, which is the midheaven, is 16 Taurus. So I want to become like Taurus. Taurus is a powerful manifester, and they are so connected to material world. Not doesn't mean that I want to be materialistic, but I think what I really want to tap into is using those skills to receive and manifest that on earth. So that's what I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's read the energy of today. Today 16 is a ruling step number, which adds to net 7, I sense. That means today is a Grandmaster step for the I sense Pisces transit. You'll come into a spiritual understanding of things within a spiritual transit. Come into a spiritual understanding of things. Hence, you'll be coming to a turning point in your spiritual story on earth today. Whatever terms you come to will set the standard for the next year until you arrive at step 16 Pisces again next year. In a sense, every day is a turning point because the energy do come back every year. So that means the energy does not come back within a year. So, so every day is a very important day. 2 days ago was one of the hardest. I think when I think I had such a hard time sometimes coping with the negative feelings. And then when the negative feelings kind of like eat me up, that's when I go through meltdown. I literally have meltdown. And and then when I'm in that stage, I keep telling myself, just like I say this in this life, like I choose to love myself and accept myself so that I can break the circle. I think we all go through that moment, right? And that's the moment when we are tested. It's like, how can you remind yourself how powerful we are when we feel so powerless and we feel so traumatized and damaged? And I think here comes the power of friends, or here comes the power of, speaking to a very reliable friends when they can just do nothing but to cheer up. And so that really helped me get through that. And, I think, I think, I think we all have the area where we have blur boundaries, the area where we have overprotected boundaries. So maybe that area, maybe we all need to loosen that up, but maybe some area we don't have good boundaries for ourselves. So we ended up hurting ourselves. So that means we don't have we have the area we have weak boundaries, and boundaries, strong boundaries, weak boundaries. And then when we look into the area where we have weak boundaries, and then we need to reinforce the boundaries. But when we have overprotected boundaries, maybe the area where we don't trust people, then it's like we need to look into that, right? Maybe that's in the way of our manifestation to live the best life. And also where we have weak boundaries, maybe the area that we fail to protect. And I've been thinking about, sharing not just the Instagram live, but some people say, like, in order for us to manifest, don't tell people until the very last minute. Otherwise, people give you that, maybe the negative frequency, even the people who are close to you, because they could be jealous. But yeah, I don't know if that's resonate with me. I'm pretty open book normally, so that could be a problem sometimes. But at the same time, I think we all have that line where we set the line. So now let's go back to subconscious and spiritual energy may be heavy and or distracting today. You may feel as though you are caught in a dream state. Psychic intuition and subconscious feelings will easily rise to the surface. You may experience feelings or emotions that you don't understand or can't figure out where they came from. The best approach is to invest some time into meditation, prayer, Om, chanting, yoga, or any other spiritual practice that will unify your mind, body, and spirit into a state of balance and oneness. From your emotional center, today you will come to understand your karmic story in daily life changing. You'll finally make sense of repeating patterns you have experienced in daily life or relationships. The knowledge you obtain will allow you to ascend or rise out the predicament of repeating scenario. So those are the things that we want to look into. What's your karmic story? What is the story that you keep telling yourself that are so toxic and negative for yourself? I think it's for me is just not feeling good enough. And for me, my coping pattern would be to work hard. So that will be enough. So maybe that helped me earn a lot of skills that I didn't even notice. But at the same time, I think we all, working through the idea that we don't need to prove, we don't need to work so hard. Can we manifest the same amount of things with less effort? Or, can we just get rid of the negative way of thinking so that we can just manifest things faster? I just hi, your hair looks amazing. Thank you. It feels very different, but at the same time, I think it was time for change. I enjoy having long hair, but it was time for change. Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, it's different. It's been a while. Yeah, definitely. I had long hair for a long time. Part of the reason I decided to have long hair because since I was introduced to Human Garage, noticed that my hair was healthy, and it's like, okay, maybe it's time for me to have a long hair. And so that's one of the reasons. But this was my first time to donate hair. Yeah. And I did it. And it's crazy how, my hairstylist cut my hair and I tie it so I could, I could donate the hair, right? And the density of the hair, the tie, and then the ponytail, I was like insane. Hair is a fascinating thing. Yeah, I've been thinking of cutting mine again. Yeah, yeah. I always had short hair growing up because my mom always said to me that I don't know how to take care of my hair, and short hair is so much easier, and so much, yeah, it's much easier. And definitely, I listened to that, but I learned to take some time taking care of my hair. Maybe not perfect, but I learned to embrace that feminine side a little bit. Spiritual learning often involves forgiveness and release. You may need to forgive someone or something in order to move on to your next spiritual chapter of learning and experience. The quality of compassion, mercy, and unconditional love will accelerate your spiritual learning and ease the growing pains that can come up from spiritual lessons. By the day's end, you will likely feel a new spiritual chapter beginning in your life. Yeah, so this definitely happened to me. I think the powerful affirmation is forgive people. I forgive people that hurt me. Yeah. Also, I started this new affirmation. I forgive people that triggers me. I and what did I say? I was working on my bladder and said to myself, I forgive people that scares me too. Yeah, because I scare people. Oh, sorry, I don't scare people. I release people and circumstances that scare me. Yeah, I release people and circumstances that scare me because I notice sometimes a particular person or things triggers me, and this is where my power is, and this is where my trigger is, right? And and is asking myself, why is this person's behavior always some, cause, like triggers, ignites some feelings inside of me. And if this person's fault, right? I can be mad all I want, but at the same time, it's like, okay, is this something because it's so toxic to me, and is it time for me to let drop that way, or do I need to like change the perspective so that I still think that everything is on the right track? So that's the hardest part, right? That's the growth. I think it's at the end of it, it's very important to show up with your own integrity, whatever you do. And this is where I feel I am working on, because it doesn't matter what people are doing, people are gonna do their thing. So this is where we need to know how to protect ourselves. How much of it do I want to keep involving myself with that situation, or I can still be part of it, but I am building my own thing so that uh, I can set the line. This is where you can change, but this is where you cannot touch. So that's something that I think we're all working more or less. Now, open your heart and intuition to the possibilities in your life. Open your heart and intuition to the possibilities in your life. Forgive the past and detach from the outcome of the future. Surrender to your deeper spiritual wisdom on what matters. Today is a day of rest and spiritual reflection about your daily life. Be forgiving about prior mistakes in your judgment. You're being guided to a higher vibration of love and spirituality in the moment. Be forgiving and prior mistakes in your judgment. You're being guided to a higher vibration of love, spirituality in the moment. You are learning a long-term spiritual lesson about boundaries, control issues, integrity, or sexualities. Today marks a turning point in your karma with boundaries and betrayal. I think we all get, snapped or smacked, and maybe experience betrayal because maybe in that area we didn't have good boundaries for ourselves, not to overly protect ourselves, but maybe the area you failed to have your self-love. So because you didn't have a good self-love boundaries, this is where people try to manipulate you, and you did not know. You thought that they were real friends, but they were actually your manipulator. It could be a relationship too, right? But we didn't know. We didn't know, and this is where we need to really forgive ourselves. And one thing that I've been thinking is, I I've been told I give a lot, and that's a good quality of me. And sometimes I give too much, and maybe that's the problem of me. But at the same time, especially after I came back from Japan, I thought that I really want to become the person that show up with my authenticity and kindness. And when you started to become popular or famous, you're busy, and then you can get really snappy, and it's like, oh, I'm better than you kind of attitude. Maybe you don't have that. At the same time, you definitely in your interaction, you can only do so much, and you started to act really short. And I that part, I feel like I have strength not to be like that. And because I think it's I think it's everyone is a mirror. I would like to be the person that always show up with some kindness, and it's a politeness. I think that's also ingrained in my Japanese culture. It can get too much to the point you ignore your self-love and then overly polite to everyone and everything. That's probably the negative side of my culture. But definitely my culture is, it's just like when you go there. And it had been a while since the last time I was in Japan, but I just thought that, wow, this culture is all about respect, all about showing and politeness and respect to other people. But I think what Japanese people need to learn is am I also respecting myself? Am I respecting myself first and foremost before you respect other people? Because everyone is a reflection of us. So yeah, I always want to be the person that show up with some kindness, show up with some integrity, and no matter how busy I can get. And this is how I show up to the world, and this is how I want to represent myself. Because I think we are all more or less building our own brand, figuring out our superpower and connected with people in the same way. But I think more than ever, if people are fake, people are superficial, I think we all sense that, right? Hi, Ruby, saying so much love. And then people can see through you, see through us, see through them. And but I'm also, this is where I ask myself, like, am I looking up from the right perspective? And I think we like when we part of something, I think we are drawn to the mission, drawn to calling, but we have our own calling. If our calling matches with the people that are also on the similar mission, right? And I think we all still get to have our own colors. So yeah, here comes the power of self-leadership. How do you want to live your life? How do you want to self-regulate your life? Right? And I just thought that yeah, there are so many things that I want to clear. Like now that I think about it, I do have a lot of stuff, and I can really use some shedding. And I think this is the first step, cutting my hair. Yeah. Okay. So today's goal is to explore personal emotional boundaries with yourself. Notice where you have walls up with yourself compared to areas where feelings flow unrestricted. Why the differences? Yeah. Notice where you have walls up with yourself compared to areas where feelings flow unrestricted. I think for me is the negative emotions. I don't know what to do with it, and I've suppressed them so much, and so that I don't have I am learning to have a better tools to cope with my own negative emotions. And I think when we are experiencing negative emotion, that's when we need to really empower ourselves. So yeah, we don't need to prove our self-worth to nobody. And also we don't need to try so hard to yeah, like you don't even have to try so hard to surrender. Like surrendering with faith is you just drop drop and relax. Yeah, but to get to the point, you may have to go through that heavy emotions, and that's exactly happened, yeah, to me. An open heart is a natural connection to your higher self. You may not be well versed in spiritual communication, but as a child of creation, you have tremendous experience in your heart. Use your heart to detect what is right or wrong for you going forward. Anything that heart shies away from is a sign. Any path that makes the heart feel safe and loved, it's also a sign. Know thy heart. I am the ascension in the light. Yeah, this is where the practice is. A couple of things are coming up for me: what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, my blind spots, and definitely my blind spot had been not being able to fully transmute and use my negative emotion to something higher. And my go-to way was to squash them and suppress them, and didn't know what to do with it. But I'm definitely better at facing those emotions and just be vulnerable. And it's, wow! It's like, why am I so crazy? And then go through that emotions, and then cry myself, and I would cry a lot. And then what really helped me this time was empowering words from friends. So yeah, you don't need to please anybody, please everyone, and that's almost impossible. But I think there's a power in empowering ourselves. in the moment, maybe just have that journal, empowering journal, where you have listed all the empowering words that you thought about or someone gave it to you, so you can kind of go through that journal, so you can keep empowering yourself in that. Yeah, that's a great way. I used to do that. I had this dance empowering journal where every time um, my teachers gave me compliments, I will write it down. So when I'm in doubt, I would go back to this journal to empower myself. Yeah, I don't know where that journal is now. Yeah, so those things are like, those materials are very beneficial when you're in that state of funk, right? And you felt like you can't get away, and this is it, and you become that negative emotions, and you thought that this identifies your everything. But we need to realize that those shadows are like fractured. It's a very small part of us that we are learning to integrate, and things are coming up because we are ready to integrate. So break it to breakthrough, break it to breakthrough. Yeah. I know it's hard. Yeah, I'm the same way. So today's step 16 Pisces, the super spiritual day where higher spirit and your intuition is trying to connect with you through being open and receptive. Being open and receptive. That's my goal story too. You want to follow what comes naturally with the universe rather than pushing against it. For many of you that have been doing the spiritual work, today is a day where you may receive divine affirmations and guidance revealing the depth of your spiritual story. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing what comes up, and also what looking forward to hearing what comes up for you. Um, in 24 hours, you'll be ready to commit to a revised plan for your daily work, routines, lifestyle, or performance. Use your intuition today to determine if you feel any warnings or guidance, you will manifest this lifestyle change in 3 days. I think one thing that I would say is for the, I think 4 years, 5 years, I think we are somehow more or less really got traumatized by COVID, right? All these restrictions and uncertainty really traumatized us. So I think as, for many of us spiritual workers, or, spiritual hippies out there, we really seek for different tribes and seek for different answers, seek for different information outside of main media. And that it was a long, the very much like isolating journey, just looking for answers and be that strong person. And that kind of, I left us with a lot of stress too, because people are making choices and people pointing at each other, and that was very traumatizing. Because, and especially for me, I grew up, really trained to be polite and kind to everybody. So when people are pointing out fingers onto me, that was hard. Like making decisions that are against the norm, making decisions that are so different from other people's behavior, actions. But I learned to embrace my decision, learn to find my own tribe. At the same time, within the same tribe, we all have a different personalities and differences, right? And so I feel like I am finally coming to a point where I am finding my equilibrium. Like I couldn't say that. Equilibrium. Did I say it right? So basically, find a neutrality in my feelings, in my balance, and so that I can just be my own person. I don't need to fit into any of the boxes, which always has been my case because that's how I got good at. And then that's the matrix, that's the structure. So yeah, I am embracing that part of me today. How are you guys feeling? Yeah, it's lots of energy, definitely. So today's, I picked this card. Boom. Set your intentions with heart and soul. Living a life filled with passion and purpose starts with intention. Setting an intention for how you want to feel and what you want to experience. Put into motion opportunities to express your desires. Every moment of your life, you are making a choice, and your intentions set the tone. Oh, I have to yawn, sorry. Every moment of your life, you are making a choice, and your intentions set the tone for optimism and hope. Our intention creates our reality. It's easy to set an intention before a yoga class, but do you harness the power of intentional living in all areas of your life? Like setting an intention to show up as your best self for others. That's something that I've been talking about in this live today. Showing up with my kindness, showing up as your best self for others, and intending to stay calm during a stressful situation. Remind yourself each morning that today is a new day. The dreaming and waking moment provide the perfect meditative mindset to plant your seeds of intention for that day. Try using this morning mantra. Breathe in and say, I start my day with an open heart. Breathe out and say, accept with compassion everything that comes my way. This is the energy of step 16, by the way. It's about open heart and ready to receive. Then you go forward with courage. I start my day with an open heart and accept with compassion everything that comes my way. I set my intention with heart and soul and stay open to whatever comes my way. This is a complete surrender that's tapping to our feminine side and the intuitive side. And that's one of the hardest thing, because sometimes things happen and it's like, I don't want to accept. It's like, I object. And because I feel like my safety is being in danger, right? But in the moment, my throat, in the moment, we need to remind ourselves that people are gonna do whatever they want to do, and respect that, accept that. And what we can do is to respond differently, going inwards instead, and just know that, okay, let's work on something that we can control and establish that, make it really big. So we are in the process of figuring out our ego and what it's like to live in we go. So that's something that came up for me. Yeah, I feel like I have an open heart, and there are areas that can hardly accept, and maybe that's a blockages, but we also have to consider our boundaries, right? It's okay to say no. So in a sense, life is so complicated. It's a case by case. Sometimes saying no is the right thing. Sometimes saying yes is the right thing. But I think we're slowly building, going somewhere. So that's why intention is everything. And what is your intention today? What's my intention today? My intention is building my color. I do have my color, but I'm also really having that unshakable colors of myself. Yeah, I don't know, whatever that means. It just came up for me. Let's rub our hands, and let's create some heat. Let's rub our nails, rub our knuckles. Let's focus on what we can control and trust with faith. And know that we are a powerful being and we're here for a reason. Let's take right hand on your heart, left hand on top of your head. Energy circulate through your heart and the brain, through your heart and brain. With your mouth, 2, 3. Your nose, 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, brain. Hello, ego. Hello, mind. Hello, body. I appreciate you. I love you. Let's move with me and work efficiently. Hello, heart. You are in charge. I'm listening to you. I'm following you. I love myself. I am lovable. I accept all parts of myself. I accept myself for who I am, exactly who I am. I accept my shadow and ready to integrate it. I am safe. I am protected. I am secure. I receive. I trust. I am enough for anything. I am worthy. I'm worthy of receiving all the best version of everybody, all the best version of everything that circumstances come in my way. Only good things come my way today. Even they seem negative to me at first, only good things come my way. I am blessed. I have power to choose. I have power to look at things in the most joyful, expansive way. All is well. I have an eagle eye, eyes of an eagle. So I can see things in the most broad, joyful way. I trust. I'm abundant. Easy for me to let go. It's easy for me to trust. It's safe for me to let go. Let it flow. Let it come to me. My body moves with me. I'm looking forward to receiving a lot of inspiration today on this powerful Grandmaster Pisces day. So relax your hands and let's feel our energy. Yeah, we are receiving a lot of things today, and let's pay attention and take some time, slow down, and see what our spirits are telling us. And that's the direction we should go for this entire year until this energy comes back on 16 Pisces. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and it's okay if you go through some hard time or there's a moment that it's really gets you. But at the same time, like, yeah, we're all here with a powerful day, powerful movement, and the spirit. Spring is here. Spring is here. Once we hit Aries, you feel like you'll be so glad that you did this work. And so, there's so much going on, and you feel like you're playing. Maybe some area you cannot help but to play victims, but just know that everything's coming up to get released. It could be some of that past trauma stuff. You never know, right? But let's just live with integrity. Know that you are blessed, and know that you are here for higher purpose. And whatever that means to you, we're all here. So thank you guys, and I'm sending you so much love. Beautiful. Thank you, Ruby C. I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you soon again at the same time. Bye. Thank you.